Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lau with Kenshan Crafts. So I know it's been a while. If you haven't seen any videos like weekly from me or every other week, it's because I have been taking a little bit of a break to take care of my health. But for this video, I got the Diamine Inkvent Calendar. So I was just like, I have to show my lovely viewers and fans the Inkvent Calendar as soon as I can because I already got it. So, and I'm not someone that can just wait till Christmas. When I had bought this Diamine Inkvent Calendar, I had decided that I was going to do a spoiler video for you guys. So again, this is going to be a spoiler video. If you do not want to be spoiled, if you want to wait and open your Diamine Inkvent Calendar every single day in December, stop watching this video right now. I will be showing you every single ink. If you came here to be spoiled and you want to see the colors, then this is the video for you. This year is the teal version, and I love teals and turquoises, so it's no surprise that this is going to be the very first Inkvent for me. So if you love teals and turquoises as well, let's hope we are not disappointed. So let's switch the camera around and take a look at all the inks. Alright, so I'm at my other desk now. I have the Inkvent Calendar here. I have stamped my everyday notebook by Galen leather with Tomoe River paper, 52 GSM. And I just stamped it with the Yoseka stamp with the ink bottle. So because there are 25 ink bottles, I have decided to go with 6 per page. So it's kind of staggered like that. And so that'll be 4 total pages plus the 25th and final bottle will have its own page. But for now, so they'll all be in different pages. And at the end of this video, I will do a more close-up of everything all together. All right, let's get started. So the Diamine, let's see, they're all kind of everywhere. Where is number 1? Okay, here's 1. So they all kind of have their own little flap doors here, and you could just like open it like that. Okay. First one is called Celestial Skies. Okay, well, we're kind of starting off really well. I love that name. Let me see. I thought these were 12 milliliter bottles. Oh, it's got green shimmers. Okay. I had planned to share this whole Inkvent calendar with my friend Lisa. We both split it up, so once I'm done, I will be sending this over to her. The shimmer seems to be this gorgeous bright green. Okay. I'm assuming Celestial Skies will make this a blue ink. Wow, okay. I'm going to do a swatch right here. I'm just going to do more on this end here just so that we can see a saturated area. And then I'm just going to write number 1 here so that we know this is the first day. This is called Celestial Skies. They're starting off with a teal. This teal leans pretty blue. It's got some green in it. And I think as it dries, we will see the shimmers pop up. All right, day number 2. Oh, right there. Top left corner. And it's called Energy, and it looks like it's a purple ink. All right, so that's Energy. Looks like it is a regular ink. It says Sheen. Oh no. Oh, I don't like Sheen. It seems very dark. So that is my prediction. It almost looks like Imperial Purple to me. Like Diamine Imperial Purple. energy. Like imperial royal purple. It's drying with a sheen. It's interesting. Like a very black sheen, almost grayish. That's quite interesting. Let me bring it closer. Yeah, so the undertone is purple, but the sheen is maybe green. We'll see once it dries. Okay, so that was day 2. Pretty dark colors, which is, you know, makes sense for winter. All right, next up is number 3, day 3. Day 3 is down here next to the 25 in the middle. Ooh, carousel, and it is a red ink. So it is a pigment ink, which I assume that this is somewhat waterproof, but it's a very, very bright red. And this was called Carousel. Oh gosh. This one is extremely wet and lubricated. The lines are super, super thick. Okay. I don't really care too much for pigmented inks or waterproof inks. It's not a priority for me, but I do like how it's drying though. If it is in a drier pen, you do kind of get a little bit of a lighter, more muted red. But in a wet pen, this is going to be like a fire hose gusher. And with pigmented inks, it also has more particulates in there, so be very wary of this one possibly clogging pens. If you I wouldn't recommend pigmented inks in thinner nibs. But if you want to, that's up to you. All right, day 4. Let's see where 4 is. 4 is at the bottom here. It is Smoky Tobacco. Okay, I remember that name. They did reveal it at the names Smoky Tobacco. Looks like it's a regular ink. Scented, okay. So with scented inks as well, they tend to be a little bit wetter and flow very well, maybe too well. They're prone to bleeding or feathering on your papers. So let me see what it smells like. Okay, I do not like the smell. Actually, yeah, I mean, the name is Smoky Tobacco. It does smell like tobacco. So if you like tobacco, then this is not bad for you. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit more. There we go. Oh dear, wrong. Oh, this color's nice though. I like it. I do not like the smell, but I like the color. Wetter passes over here. This is number 4. I'm so sorry. You know what? Let's do that actually. We're gonna color a little bit of each bottle. I've already messed up like that, so might as well. But I do like the shading that's happening here. Smoky Tobacco. Now just know that I'm swatching, so that means that you are getting the more saturated shades of these inks. Once they're in your pens, it can always differ depending on how wet or dry your pen is. So as you can see in the word Smoky Tobacco, like that's super wet and it's super dark. And then if you put it in like an extra fine and you don't see that don't be surprised. That's just how inks work. Okay, so we'll let that dry and then we'll come back later. But it does look to me like it's got some yellow undertones in there. That's really pretty. And pinks Yeah. Carousel is just that a reddish orange, leaning more red. Okay, day 5. Let's see, where is 5? Oh, 5 is right there. We have Marie Rose. That's interesting. And it's got a gold, like golden brown. So I think this is a shimmer? No? Standard. Okay. Nice. Let's see. I think this is going to be like a very brownish gray, or like a brown ink. Okay, it's just a very light brown with some pink undertones. Not bad. I do like. I mean, I don't mind this color. This is really pretty. Marie Rose. Okay. Yeah, that is nice. I don't mind that at all. This is a pretty color. Yeah, this is more like a caramel toned brown. Some good shading though. Very lovely. Next up is number 6. Let's see, 6 is right there. It says Fur and Fog. Let's see, Fur and Fog. Not a shimmer. It is a chameleon. Okay. I'm actually not quite sure what exactly chameleon means, because sometimes chameleon can be shimmer chameleon. Sometimes it could be chroma shading. So, okay, so off camera, you don't see, but it is so hard to take out some of these plastic wraps. It's so annoying. But as I was doing that, there is some shimmer actually, or there are shimmers in there. Might not see it so well here, but we'll take a look at it, and I'll take care of this later. It's just annoying right now, but I don't have scissors with me. Okay, so Fur and Fog. Let's see what that looks like. This one's gonna be interesting. Whoa, I love this tone of green. Wow. Okay, this is the first one to make me go wow. I love this green. Fur and Fog. Day 6. Okay, this to me looks like it's an average flow to slightly dry, but I'm okay with that because I can pair my pens really well based on what it feels like. There's lots of stuff going on in there, so that's what chameleon means. It almost looks to me like it's a forest with fog. Oh, the shimmer is super subtle, and it hides, you know, like you don't see it without light touching it. Some shimmers you can see very easily. This one seems to be hiding inside the color. That's cool. Okay. Very cool. I like that one the most so far. And then Marie Rose. All right. Number 7. Let's see, number 7. 7 is a candy cane down here. It is called Blush. Well, that name pretty much says it is a dusty pink. It is a standard ink. Okay, that's fine. I like a standard dusty pink ink. Let's see. So I've decided to bring out my crafty scissors because it does make this a lot easier. So if you get your Diamine, just have a tiny scissors with you on the ready. All right, I love dusty pink, so let's see how this one looks. Oh, that is not your usual dusty pink. It's very peachy. Yeah, quite peach. Blush. I don't mind it. It's not a bad color at all. It's a little bit more muted of a pink, dusty pink. Again, probably wouldn't call this dusty pink in person. It's quite peach. Oh, 7. And this ink probably leans a bit dry. Yes, it's not a bad color. I don't mind that. Number 8. 8 is called Dreamcatcher. That's nice. I love Dreamcatchers. I used to have a lot of them when I was younger. Well, the caps are black, so I can't really tell until I put it. Oh wait, this ink is Extreme Sheen. Oh boy, you can see it's probably sheening green, which will be cool. Oh, this is a very, very dark blue. The base is almost like Palette Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. Dreamcatcher. Number 8. Yeah, that's a lot of red sheening going on there. And you can see the base is barely visible up there. It is, again, like I said, quite similar to Tsukiyo, which is very nice. Okay, number 9. I'm going to try to whiz through these because I don't have much light. What is going on here? I think some of the inks, the pigment from the inks are dropping as I uncap it, and I'm getting these little smears, and it's so annoying. Okay. Number 9 is called Bittersweet. I love the color on this label, so I think I might love this color. It's a standard perfect. It looks very green, and I love greens. Ooh, okay. It's a bit too bright for me to probably want to use it daily. It's a gorgeous green though. I mean, okay. Bittersweet. This ink feels like it's gonna lean a bit dry. But this color is very nice and vibrant. This is, to me, screams spring. Not really winter, but this green is really pretty. Day 10 is called Nostalgia. It is a chameleon ink with shimmer. Oh, that shimmer is really pretty. Come on, okay. I love that. I wonder if it's a purple. Well, yeah, it's a purple ink. Kind of looks like a mauve-ish purple, which I love. Okay, I shook it just a little bit. We'll get some shimmer, hopefully. Oh, this is not mauve. This is like grayish, almost black. Okay. Nostalgia. Yeah, it started off as a grayish black, but now it's drying to almost like a very light gray purple, so the undertone is purple. Interesting. Yeah, these chameleon inks definitely have wonderful qualities to them that are just kind of just sneak up on you. I like that shimmer so much. That's such a pretty shimmer color. Okay. I don't love dark inks, but I think once it dries, it could be very, very pretty to my particular liking. So that's Nostalgia. Day 11 is called Brr, and it is a pigmented shimmer. And it's got a lot of blue shimmer. Okay. Brr. But I do like this blue. This is gorgeous. And it's a shimmer pigmented. Oh, that's a lot going on in one ink. Okay, let's see. The shimmer is blue with a I would call this in the ink world a turquoise, but it is like a deeper turquoise. Really pretty, actually. Yeah, a blue shimmer on a blue base is very, very nice. This one is probably one of my favorites so far. Day 12 is called Bubbly, and as you can see, it is a shimmer ink. It's got lots of golden champagne shimmers. Oh, bubbly would make me think of champagne, which is just really lovely. So we'll shake that a little bit. All of that is not going to come off there very easily, but I think there should be enough shimmer from that shake. I believe it's going to be like a brownish yellow with golden shimmer. Oh, it's actually a little bit green too. This is a very dry ink. Bubbly. Day 12. This is quite interesting. I would call this a chameleon almost too, but it's nice. We'll see once it dries if the shimmer is very prominent, but it looks very subtle right now. So we'll let that dry before we flip over the page. All right, we have that dried now, and it is a pretty nice shimmer. If you have a wetter pen, you can see that the wetter pass here is a lot darker, and so the shimmer does come out better because it contrasts pretty nicely. Okay, so that was number 12. Now number 13, we'll move on to the next page. Oh dear, I did not think this through. Some of these inks, because I did an extra pass, did come out bleeding through, as this is Tomoe River paper, so the bleeding will happen with too much ink pouring onto the page. So forgive me for that. I will try my best to still show the colors. So this next one is 13, right? 13 is called Molten Basalt. Looks like it is a standard. Yeah, standard ink. It's not a bad blue. It's really pretty. It is dark, and I don't really care too much for dark inks, but this one seems like it would be nice in a really a finer nib. molten basalt. So you can see the base color is a darker, like blue-black, and then it's got some copperish, orangey red sheen coming through. So that's not bad. That's pretty nice, but it's a standard ink, so which means it can still sheen, but it's a much lighter sheen. All right, day 14. Day 14 is called Mittens. It's a very, oh, that looks like a pigment ink. Yep, okay. I think it's gonna be like a highlighter pink or magenta. Yeah, that's a highlighter for sure. 14. Yeah, this just looks like a very eraser pink. Yeah, a little bit less vibrant than an eraser pink, so more muted. All right, number 15. 15 is called Frostbite. It looks like it's a deep blue standard. It is shimmer. Interesting, I don't see the shimmer at the bottom. Okay, never mind, it settled on this side. Okay, well, it looks like it's gonna be a blue shimmer again. Very, very dark. So while it is a shimmer, and because it is blue, it does have sheen as well. I cannot see the shimmer right now, but we'll check back in a bit. It is a very dark ink, for sure. All right, number 16, or day 16, is Ruby Taffeta. It is a chameleon ink, so it's got shimmers, which means that the shimmers should probably shift colors depending on the angle that the light is hitting it. It's a really pretty red though. This one is very pigmented, or it's very, not pigmented, this one's very saturated. Which I do not mind, it's very pretty. So as a chameleon ink, this should, have shimmers that will change colors or have different tones to it. We'll see once it dries. This is the first chameleon that doesn't really amaze me or wow me, because it's not doing much right now, but we'll see in a bit. Number 17 is called Gala. It looks like it's a nice, lovely lilac lavender. This is a standard ink. Oh wow. It's reminding me a little bit of the Mittens ink above. It's a little bit of a chroma shader. It comes off like a bright lavenderish leaning pink, and then it dries down a little bit more soft and muted. This one's called Gala. Yeah, you can see the difference. This one is just a little bit more warm and bright, and then it dries a little bit cooler. You see there, Gala, once it's dried, it's quite a pungent purple. It's kind of not one of those softer purples, but it is at the same time. So I don't really know how best to describe it. It is nice. And then number 18 is called Laurel. This is in Extreme Sheen. Oh, that's upsetting because this is such a pretty shade of green. I don't like Extreme Sheens. Okay. Again, the base color of this is beautiful, but in a very wet pass, it's just almost black, and I just really hate that. But again, I do like finer pens, and so this probably won't come out as dark. But we'll see. As you can see here, the lighter tone is the base, and that's really pretty. Well, moving on to number 19, we'll just let that dry up. Number 19 is called Overcast. That's a lovely light blue. It's a standard ink. All right, let's see how that one is. Overcast is like clouds covering the sun. So it's got a nice grayish color. But we'll see what this ink tone is. Okay, yeah, it's a very, very light blue-gray. Definitely going to be a dry ink. Overcast. Very lovely, though. I don't know if this would be an enjoyable ink in most nibs. Probably a finer, like a fine might look nice in this. If you have a broad, it'll just feel like you're writing with water. At least that's how I expect it to be, but I can see the chroma shading happening. There's chroma shading happening. That's interesting for a standard ink. All right, number 20. Day 20 is called Ambience Chameleon, so this is a shimmer ink. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, darn it. Okay. We'll just excuse that a bit. Okay, this color is not my favorite. It is very very bright. Yeah, to me, I don't really like this one as much. I mean, it's a pretty color, but I wouldn't write with this one every day. All right, we're almost at the finish line. Day 21 is called Chaos. Well, that's interesting. And I do apologize if you hear some banging in the background. My neighbor is getting their roofs done, and it's been so annoying. But it happens. This one is an Extreme Sheen. That's fine. Okay, that's unfortunate because the base color is so pretty. Chaos. 21. Oh my god, the sheen is green. Okay. And the base color, as you can see right there, is a lovely, lovely, I would say like a blueberry purple. Because you know how blueberries turn very purple once you like mash them and stuff. Yeah, that's a lovely undertone or base. That's a lovely base color. Day 22 is Pineapple Spritz. This one looks like a pigment ink with shimmer, so it is a pigmented chameleon. Okay. I don't really like this base color, but we'll see. It might surprise me. So these last 12 inks have not been very cohesive. I don't really understand or like how it was organized. They all look very random. You'll see what I mean in a bit once I zoom out. Okay, so this one's very bright yellow. Very, very little orange in it. You can see the orange in the camera though. This one is called Pineapple Spritz. $22. We'll have to come back and see how it looks like once it dries, but for now you can see that there's some shimmer going on. Actually, it is really pretty. When you look at it from this angle, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so day 23 is my birthday, and it is this beautiful bluish turquoise color. Let It Snow. I keep saying turquoise, but like I know this is not turquoise. This is a chameleon, so it's got shimmers. Let It Snow. I love snow. I don't love shoveling it, but okay. Ooh, it's a lovely blue. I would almost like sky blue, cyan, somewhere around there. It's nice. I do like it. Let It Snow. This one seems like a slightly drier ink. Not terribly dry from what I see, but I do like the color, and the color seems a bit unsaturated, we'll say. Yeah, coming out of pens, it'll be unsaturated. On this whole page, this is definitely my favorite color. And it's my birthday color, so I'm very happy with that. All right, day 24, and then we get to the final day. Day 24 is called Antler. That looks like a... Okay, it's a pigment ink. Day 24... Oh! I wish it wasn't a pigment ink. This color's not bad. I like it. Antler. But I guess pigment, there's nothing wrong with pigment. I just don't really use it, so I don't know how it's going to behave in my pens. I like this color. This antler color is nice. If you like browns, this is a very unusual, very interesting brown. Yeah, it's got some gray and purple and a little bit of red. Really nice mix. I like dusty pink, so this color kind of, I'm gravitated towards this color. It's nice. Like there's lots of shades going on in there. I love it. Okay, 23 and 24 are very, very good, beautiful colors to end off these next 12 colors. So you can see here, like, visually, it doesn't look appealing to me, at least. It's just kind of all over the place. These two are beautiful. I mean, Gala is nice, but I think Gala and Mittens are a little bit too much of like a pastel color that's not appealing to me. Yeah, all right, we'll come back again. Last day, day 25. So this one is the 30 milliliter bottle. This is called Myrrh the Merrier, and you can see on this color, this is the teal, the final color. And every single Inkvent calendar, the last day is always high sheen, high shimmer, which is really annoying. But that's just me. If you love high sheen and shimmer, then it's perfect for you. But every single day 25 has never wowed me personally, and this one is also a shimmer and sheen. So we'll see what I think about it. But I do see that I think the shimmer in here is blue, which is really pretty next to a teal base. So let's just shake that up and then dive right in. Mer the merrier. All right, so my it's just black right here on my screen. So my initial reaction to day 25 is that it is, as always, way too dark. But the base color is pretty, so I would probably use this on a very dry pen to get the most out of the lighter tone of color that's in this ink. This ink has multiple qualities, so it's got blue shimmer, it has the teal base, and then it also has a darker shade of the teal with the sheening on top. So there's a lot going on in this one for sure. Lots and lots of red sheen. I do not like that because then I don't even get to see the teal. Like, what's the point? But that's just... I don't think Diamine's ever going to change that. If you love red sheen in a teal base, which is very, very typical for teal inks, then this is going to be very much up your alley. I do like the blue shimmer there, though. That's quite lovely. The teal base is beautiful, too. So, you know, most shimmer inks you can ink up without the shimmer. But sheening, you're just stuck with it. I'm not very happy with the sheen on this. It's just so overpowering. If I can get something like this right here, I would love that so much. That is so nice. But yeah, all right. So let's try to, I'm going to see if I can reposition myself so we can get a little bit better lighting to see all of the inks once they're dried. Now let's take a closer look at Celestial Skies. That's day 1. So you can see that it's just a little bit of red sheening, not a whole lot, but that's because it's on the wetter pass. So like on the right side of the swatches, I did do a double pass. So you can see there, it's got some lovely red sheen, yellowish golden shimmer with a teal base. So this one is definitely giving Emerald of Chivor vibes. So there you have it. It's nothing new, but it's quite pretty and a great start to the Teal calendar. And then we have day 2, which is Energy. So it's a purple base with green sheen. So this is a high sheening ink. Yeah. Again, I love the purple base, like it's nice, but then you get this green sheen. This green isn't bad, so, but it's also kind of typical for purple to have green sheen. So again, this is nothing quite new. So next up is Carousel. It seems to have a little bit of a golden yellow sheen going on there, but not too much. Maybe in a very, very wet pen. Okay, that's day 3. Day 4 is Smoky Tobacco. Smoky Tobacco is one of the, I think it's the only scented ink in this whole calendar. It smells like tobacco, so that, you know, checks out. I like this lighter tone here. I like this lighter shade of the Smoky Tobacco. But the dark tones are not bad either. So you can see it's almost feathering right there. So this one could potentially feather. It didn't really feather there, so maybe they did perfect their scented inks. Next up is Marie Rose, day 5. This one is a standard ink. I do like this Marie Rose. It's really nice. Very, very lovely. Not much to say there. It does have quite a bit of shading going on, so that's nice. Fur and Fog is day 6. This is a lovely muted green with some, I think that's green shimmer. Wow. Okay, so it's green on this angle. I mean, I only, my light source is on one side, so we can only see the green. So I don't see any other shimmer color in Fur and Fog. So I'm not sure where the chameleon is, but it is very beautiful. It's probably my favorite ink in this whole calendar so far. On top with a few other inks that I'll mention in a bit. Fern Fog, very, very beautiful. Next up is day 7. This is Blush. It's actually quite pretty. I do like this color. And again, with the camera, I'm not sure how you will see it, but for me, it is a bit muted and toned down. It looks very bright on my camera, which is also nice too, but in person, it's quite muted, which is nice. Dreamcatcher is a high sheen. The base is like Tsukiyo, and then all you see is sheen. So unfortunate for non-sheen lovers. But I mean, if you like at that angle, there's no sheen. So it really is just up to the angle. And if you love sheen, I get it. It's nice and cool. Here's Bittersweet, day 9. It's a very like punchy, vibrant spring green. It's beautiful. I probably would not use it though. But we'll see. I mean, I should try it first before I say that. Here's Nostalgia, day 10. It is gorgeous. So I think this is a chameleon. What I do see is that the shimmer is purple or rose gold. You can see a darker shade and a lighter shade. So this one is quite nice. Nostalgia is a beautiful, beautiful ink. And then we have day 11, Burr, which is a shimmer ink. It's so pretty. So pretty. This base blue is nice. The shimmer is blue. All around, it's really gorgeous. And then we have Bubbly, which is another shimmer ink. I think this is a chameleon. And it has, wow. It's a nice shimmer ink. I do like this shade more than that shade, so I would say try to find a wetter pen to get this tone rather than that tone. So that's day 12 Bubbly. Okay, next, day 13, Molten Basalt. It, to me, looks like a, like a coppery orange-red sheen with a dark blue black base. Mittens, day 14, is this pastelish pink. I don't know what else to say about it. It's very simple. Almost no shading going on there. And then 15 is Frostbite. So there is some reddish orange, almost black sheen. And then the shimmer itself is so similar in shade to the sheen. So Frostbite, I will say that's an interesting ink. I like the shimmer. The shimmer is really pretty. I think it's rose gold. The base is very blue, as you can see there. But over there it's a bit different because it's a bit wetter of a pass compared to that. Overall, Frostbite is quite nice. And then Ruby Taffeta is day 16. Ruby Taffeta, oh, I think that's a chameleon because this, okay, so this shimmer is green right here, but it's gold over here. Okay, so yeah, Ruby Taffeta, lovely, lovely ruby color with 2 different shades of shimmer. With some shading you can see there. And then we have Gala, day 17. Nothing really to say about Gala, actually. I don't even see the chroma shading anymore. So once it's wet, there is some kind of chroma shading going on, but when it's dry, it's just a single tone. There is just a lighter shade of the lavender going on there. Not too interesting, but it's a pretty color. Laurel, look at that beautiful green undertone, or that green base, completely covered by sheen. This is a high sheen. Oh, okay. I mean, if you like this red pink sheen here, that's nice. I do like that color. Huh. This gives me mixed feelings, because I do want to see the green base, but this reddish pink sheen is kind of pretty. All right, that's day 18. Day 19 is overcast. Now this one is a chroma shader. You can see some pinkish purple shading under there, and very light blue grays. So that's overcast. Day 20 is ambience. This is... the shimmer is really pretty though. The shimmer looks to me like it is pinkish red, and the base itself is a very bright peach color. Day 21 is chaos. This one is the extreme sheen. You can see the sheen is just all green. That's a very interesting sheening color. The base itself would have been a purple, I think. I mean, I'm not even sure what the base is anymore. that might help. Looks like a purple. Yeah. If I look through my naked eye and not the camera, it is a purple base. All right. And then pineapple spritz for day 22. I will say I do like this shimmer. It's really nice and beautiful. If you love bright yellow, this one is definitely a winner. In person, it's not as crazy as on camera, but then again, it's probably just my eyes. But it's nice. It's lovely. Day 23, let it snow. And look at that gorgeous, bright blue shimmer in this sky blue ink. I love that so much. It screams like go outside and play in the snow in this beautiful blue sky, all covered up and bundled up, of course, because you don't want to freeze. And I just love that. It reminds me of my childhood when I would be outside playing. So yes, let it snow, day 23. Antler is day 24. This it was nicer when it was wet. Actually, yeah. Once it's dry, it is kind of dull, and it's leaning a bit more gray than it is any other color, which is fine. This is probably the first gray in this whole set, but it's pretty lovely, and it's kind of unique, I would say, with a few things going on in there. But this is I think this is one of their standard inks. All right, let's take a closer look at the last day. More the merrier. I mean, even with this angle of lighting, you can just, it's just so hard to see anything but black in this writing and the red sheen. And some of the blue shimmer comes out. And then here, that's pretty. I do like that. So the blue shimmer is so concentrated right there. The base tone is this teal. It's definitely very green. And then a little bit of the sheen in the middle area there. And then the shimmer. That is really pretty. In that specific example. Up here, it's all right. It looks very, like, objectively it is beautiful. I don't really love it, but it's nice. Yeah, the blue shimmer does look really cool coming out of all of that. There's a lot of red sheen going on, and I can barely see too much of the teal base. So I would probably use this in a drier pen to get most of this effect. All right, so that's day 25, Mer the Merrier. So that is all 25 inks for the Diamine Inkvent Calendar. Let me know which one is your favorite of all 25 inks, and what ink quality you like the most out of these interesting qualities that Diamine tends to do for these inks. Again, I will say that Fur and Fog is one of my favorite. Marie Rose and Blush are also two that I love. Burr and Let It Snow. Isn't that obvious? And then I think that's it. Those are my top 5 favorites in this whole Teal calendar, which is, I mean, I already knew I was not going to like Mer the Merrier, or that I wasn't going to love it. So I wasn't like disappointed or anything. But I am very impressed with the colors that caught me off guard as to them looking very different and unique, or up my alley that I would use. So yes, again, let me know which one of these things you love the most, what you would use in your pens. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.